welcome to my channel. If this is the first time that we're meeting, I'd like to welcome you and just let you know that we push out regular boxing tutorials. So if you like the sound of that, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell next to it, and you'll get notified every time we post a video. Right, let's jump into today's tutorial. Okay, so in today's tutorial, we're going to look at creating angles off of the backhand. A quick explanation of what an angle is. It's basically getting off that center line of attack so you can start a second phase or a second attack. So a little like this. So George adopts a boxing stance facing me. So here's the center line. The center line basically splits me and my opponent in half. Anytime I want to get off the center line by creating an angle, it basically means just that. Getting my body and or my head off of the center line. So today we're going to look at 3 ways we can do that once you've thrown that rear hand. So let's look at number 1. Okay, so angle number 1, again obviously it'll be off the backhand, and we're going to step or push to the right hand side so we can launch another attack. So let's have a look at that then. So George's in a boxing stance, so I'm going to throw the rear hand straight down the middle, boom. Okay, so she's obviously forearm blocked it, so she's kind of a little bit blinded as well from the rear hand. Now from here, I'm going to push on that lead foot and make sure I come off the center line to my opponent's left hand side. If I'm boxing someone that's orthodox, it takes me away from their backhand anyway. But what I want to be careful of is making sure my right hand returns to my chin when I move. Because if I don't, and I throw the right hand, and my opponent throws a long left hook, boom, I'm going to actually double the impact of her or his left hook by actually stepping into it. So I've just got to make sure my right hand stays up. So I'm going to throw, I'll do it nice and slow. So I throw my right hand down the middle. I'll push on that lead foot and make sure this hand comes back. Boom. Right hand's up. I've come off the centre line. I've created a new angle for attack. I could maybe put another right hand into the head and shoot to the body. All depends on what my opponent does next, will depend on the shots that I throw. So as you can see, it's a safe angle and it gives me that 2-phase attack. So let's have another little look at it a little bit quicker. So I throw the right hand, step, boom, boom, and then I can launch other attacks. And again. Okay, so I go to the body, go to the head, but I've created that angle of attack and I've now put a 2-phase attack. So that is angle number 1. Angle number 2, this time we're going to go to the other side, so 2 if we're orthodox to our left side. This is a little more advanced, so take your time learning this one. And yeah, it does require some good feet, good balance and good coordination. So I say take your time, learn it before you try and execute it in sparring. So moving to the left, we call this the curve. You can probably look back through some other YouTube videos and you'll get a bit of an explanation of what the curve is. I'll just demonstrate it and explain it really quickly. Again, obviously off of the rear hand. Shoot the rear hand down the middle. Now I said we're going to move to the left. Now my right foot, as my hand retracts, my right foot steps to the left foot. And then the left foot curves down almost the back of my opponent. As I do that, I drop my lead shoulder. So I'm now set up in this position. Back leg loaded, ready to let the back hands go, the lead hand go after that, head or body. One more time, nice and slow. Throw the rear hand as I retract it, bring the right foot to lead foot, almost step around the back of my opponent, drop the lead shoulder. I'm now set up, back leg loaded, right hand loaded to get to work however I want my opponent. Like I said, it takes a little bit more, coordination, so you've got to think about this one a little bit more. Let's have another look at it a little bit quicker. Okay, so as you can see, it's a great angle, sets up a really powerful second phase. Good for if your opponent's maybe on the ropes. Not so great, depending on how you're defending your opponent wants to defend. If they're quite an evasive boxer, you're going to find it hard to pin them down. And as soon as you curve, they'll be off and out. So this will be used against certain styles of boxer, probably not ideal against everyone, and probably not ideal in the middle of the ring. Check out Lomachenko, he loves this sort of stuff. It's a great angle, probably looks harder than it actually is. Once you get a hang of it, great angle to introduce into your game. Okay, so the third angle that we're going to look at is the step and pivot, which is moving to the right of the boxer that's attacking. So we'll take a look at that now. A little bit easier than the curve, but still needs good balance, and there's a few things you've got to be aware of. So again, obviously taking ourselves off the centre line, As mentioned, we go off the backhand, boom, nice solid backhand. This time, as we retract the backhand, we take the lead foot, if we're boxing an orthodox boxer, to the outside of our opponent's lead foot, like I say, as we retract. There. The other real important part of this is we take our head, as we step, we take our head off the centre line as well. So let's say our opponent was going to counter with a jab. So I've thrown that rear hand. As I retract it, they're going to throw that jab straight in my head. Boom. It's missed me, I've slipped, and now I can do my pivot, which we'll show you in a second. If that didn't happen, and I didn't take my head off the centre line as well, as I step out, boom, I'm going to wear a jab right on the forehead, and I'm going to start losing points. Okay, so, as we said, throw the rear hand, I'll step and pivot off the centre line, I step off the centre line, now I pivot. I'm in a very good angle. This time I can actually lead the second phase with my lead hand, again to the body, and come upstairs to the head. All right, so again, half the speed. Throw the right hand as I retract it, step, pivot, go to work here. All right, one more time then, a little bit faster. Again, it takes me away, doesn't it, from their rear hand if they're orthodox. Okay, so there you have it. They are the three angles off of the rear hand. So we did the push to the right, we did the curve to the left, and then we did the step pivot to the right, setting up that lead hand second phase counter. So yeah, that's the end of our three angle video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got lots from it. If you did, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell next to it so you get notified every time we post a video. Like I say, smash that thumbs up button because it helps to push it across YouTube. More followers, more videos we can do for you guys. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and get yourself notified for the next video coming out real soon.